Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday night, live here from Phoenix. Tonight is the last night in Phoenix, and I fly out super early tomorrow morning to head to Las Vegas for the week, which should be a lot of fun. I'm heading there with a good friend of mine that we're going to go hang out for a couple of days, and then I'll be working from Las Vegas because I have the amazing fortune of being able to work from anywhere and everywhere. So I'll be working from Vegas, and then Micha will be meeting me out there on Thursday to get ready because we are doing the High Lifeline Half Marathon in Las Vegas this next weekend. So it should be a fun and exciting week, and this weekend has been amazing. This conference, I feel so blessed to have been able to be one of the 3,500 people top leaders that earned the right to be invited to this conference, or who earned a spot at this conference, because it was really, really eye-opening and life-changing, as every time I come to a conference like this really is. And I love my company so much because, yes, while we help people lose weight and get healthy physically, the real key, the real whole essence behind everything we do is about teaching people to be leaders, and for us to grow as leadership and really leadership business training. And there's so much when we're here, we talk about a little bit about weight loss, but that's not what we're talking about. That's really not our goal. Our goal with our clients, the goal with my clients, the goal with the company from the top down is really to train people and help people really truly become the best people that they can be, and self-improvement and self-empowerment. And it's so different than anything else that I've ever been involved with. And I love it. And I love that when I walk away from a weekend like this, I come home fired up for myself, for helping myself become the best me that I can be, and fired up to be able to help my clients and all of you, whether you're a client or not a client, to be able to share off some tips to help everybody become the best that they can be, because that's really, really what we're all about. And I just love it because there's no other company out there that does that really puts the benefit and the personal growth in the forefront for clients, for coaches, for everyone. And I feel very, very blessed that I was introduced to this amazing company, and that I was able to say yes to this opportunity. And because we're being really truly trained to be good, solid coaches, not weight loss guides, but true coaches in all sense of the way, in all sense of the word. And it's pretty powerful and pretty amazing. So I wanted to talk to you, though, about something that really, it was eye-opening to me today. And I talk about it a lot. I actually think about it a lot. But it's, what are you going to do when you really want something? How hard are you going to work for it? How much are you going to put forward? What effort are you willing to do? And this came to life for me today. So where our hotel is about 4.5 miles from the conference center. And usually when we come to something like this, our hotel is right by the conference center. Sometimes it's connected to the conference center. Sometimes it's right down the street. But it's never very far. It's never more than a 2 or 3 minute walk at most to get from our hotel to the conference. And this time it was far. It was really far. The closest hotel that we could get to was a 10-15 minute drive. And so we all sort of said, we said, oh, well, we're just going to have to miss out on Friday night's portion of it because of Shabbat, and Saturday during the day because of Shabbat. Normally we'll go during Shabbat and just sit and listen. Obviously we don't take notes, and we don't, but we'll sit and listen. And yesterday, I had a rental car, so I was driving back and forth, and it was 4.5 miles from our hotel to the conference. And yesterday I said, I don't want to miss this last part. The conference is so good. There's so much to learn. I'm getting so much out of it. I don't want to miss this. And when we first had decided that we were not going to go on Shabbat because it was a far walk, we figured, we're in Arizona, and I've seen the picture of the mountains, like, we didn't know how mountainous the walk was going to be. And so we were driving yesterday back from the conference, and I said, it's really actually very flat. I can do this. Right? I'm walking a half marathon next weekend. I'm walking 13.1 miles next weekend. I can do this. And so there were 3 of us today who said, we can do this. And so we did. This morning we got up super early to give ourselves plenty of time. The conference started at 9. We left here from the hotel at 7:30 to make sure that we were there on time, and we laced up our sneakers and we went. And we made that walk, and it was so amazing and so it felt so good. And one of the people that was walking with us is not, I walk all the time. So for me to walk 4.5 miles each way, I was okay with it. But morning, it was beautiful out. It was probably about 60 degrees, and it was, there was a nice breeze, and it was cool. Coming back, it was hot. It was, mid 80s, and we were on a main road, so no shade. The sun was beating down. It was hot, but it was so worth it. It was so worth putting out that effort, and how much we got from it. And so one of the people that was walking with us, she's not in great shape. She doesn't walk like that, and it was tough. It was definitely a tough walk for her, but she wanted to be there. She didn't want to miss out. And all three of us that walked there were so glad we did, because it was amazing, and it tied it all up. But it really, as we were walking back, it said something. What are you willing to do for the things that are important to you? How far are you willing to push? How far outside of your comfort zone are you willing to push for something that's important to you? It's really something that I was thinking about today a lot. And the people that I want to partner with are people who want to step outside of their comfort zone and push forward and say, you know what, this isn't going to be easy. I'm going to have to stretch myself a little bit to make it do it. And it might be uncomfortable, and I might get hot and sweaty, and I might be thirsty on the way back because we couldn't carry water because it was Shabbat and you can't carry if you're not in an enclosed area. But there were all these reasons. We had all these reasons as to why we shouldn't do it. All these reasons, all these voices in the back of our heads, the drunk monkey that I talked about last night telling me all these reasons why we shouldn't do this. But really, one of the things that we teach is the obstacle is the way. The harder it is, you can push through it. So what do? We came up with solutions. We sent food over to the conference center with other people who were going. We sent water over to the conference center. Actually, while we were there at the end, they had water jugs up through the whole thing, but because they were breaking it all down, the water jugs were gone at the end, because our plan had been to hydrate really well before we went. But all the water jugs were gone. But there was somebody who was walking through with a big case of water. So what do? We went over and gave it a shot and asked her and said, hey, can you spare a couple of bottles of water? We have a 4.5 mile walk back to our hotel. And she said, absolutely, take whatever you want. So we hydrated up before we walked back. But it's, what are you willing to do to achieve the goals that you want to achieve? Do you have something that you really want to do, really want to master, really want to see happen? And how hard are you really willing to work for it? What are you willing to do? How far are you willing to put yourself out of your comfort zone? And one of the things that we talked about this weekend at the conference was, we talk a lot about dream boards, creating a dream board, creating a vision of where you want to be. And that's so important, to dream and to dream big. But the next step to that dream board, when you create a dream board, is to create an action board that goes along with it. You look at your dream board and you look at the things that you want. You look at all the places that you want to go in your life, the things that you're going for. But then you make a board that corresponds with it, which says, what are the actions I need to take to reach those dreams, to get to those dreams? And there's 3 levels of goals, and we're going to talk a lot. I'm going to be talking a lot about this over the next few weeks. And on Sunday, December 8th, we're going to be doing another Zoom like we did last week. We did about surviving the holidays, but on December 8th, we're going to be talking about making a resolution, making goals for your life that you could actually stick to and you could actually keep. But one of the things that we really talked about this weekend was there are different levels of goals. There's A goals, B goals, and C goals. Your A goal is something that is achievable that you just haven't done yet, but you know how to do it, you just haven't done it yet. Your B goals are your harder, more challenging goals that you know you want to get to, and there's going to be some twists and turns and you're not quite sure how to get to it, but you're willing to put in the effort and figure that out. And then your C goals are your big dreams, the things that are farther off that you really have to work, and you have no idea how you're going to get to those yet, but they're dreaming big, they're dreaming further out in the future. And you need your A goals to get to your B goals, and you need your B goals to get to your C goals. And that really all ties into this. What are you willing to do to get to those goals? Today, I wanted to be at that conference, so I was willing to get up early, lace up my sneakers, and go and make that walk, and knowing that it was going to be hot walking back, knowing that it was not going to be an easy walk, knowing that one of the people that coming with us that this was far out of her comfort zone, but saying, this is worth it. I'm worth it. The information that I'm going to learn is worth it. My clients are worth it for the information that I'm going to learn to be able to bring back to them. All of it was worth it, and it all fit my goals. And so there was no stopping me. Even if I hadn't had the 2 people that walked with me to walk, I probably would have gone by myself. Probably. I would have had other reasons, things talking in the back of my head saying why not to go. But there were other people that we invited to come with us, and they had this reason and they had that reason, and that's fine. It's totally legitimate what their reasons were for not going. But for me, there wasn't an answer. The only answer was I'm going to figure out how to get there because that's important to me. I flew across the country. I invested my time. I want to be here. I want to learn as much as I possibly can. And so nothing's going to stop me. You know, a 4.5 mile walk, a 9 miles walking round trip, that wasn't going to stop me. I'm exhausted tonight, and now I got to pack so I can catch my very, very early morning flight tomorrow, but it wasn't going to stop me. And that's what I want to throw out to you. If you have a goal, if you have something that you want to achieve, what is stopping you? How far are you willing to push to make sure you get that goal? And push, 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 right? Figure it out. Figure out a way to do it, because I promise you, if you want it, you can have it. So have a great night. I got to go pack. I got to get some sleep. My friend who is taking me who I'm going to Vegas with tomorrow is picking me up at 3:30 in the morning. So I don't even know what time it is here. It's 2 hours earlier than it is on the East Coast right now. So whatever time it is saying, let's see, what time does my watch say? It's about 9:30 here right now. So I got to get some sleep, but I got to go pack up first. But have a great night, and share with me your goals. Share with me your dreams, and I will help you talk and figure out how to push through. What are those things that you have to do to get to it? Imagine if there's $1 million on the line. What would you do? How far would you push to grab that $1 million? You'd probably push pretty hard, wouldn't you? I know I would. So figure out what those goals are. Look at your goals as if they're worth $1 million to you, because they very possibly are. And then let's figure out how to get them to you. Have a great night, and I will see you live from Vegas tomorrow. Bye.